The Brewpocalypz starts in 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Brewpoc. Welcome to the Brewpocalypz. Today, Treyarch released patch 1.03. It was a pretty big update, so I thought I'd go over these patch notes with you guys. So let's get straight into it. General multiplayer patch notes. Leaderboards enabled in the barracks. Players are now awarded crypto keys in arena and public matches after playing consecutive matches in the same playlist. Team balancing in arena and public matches has been improved to more consistency, maintain even teams. Fixed a UI error when entering prestige in the multiplayer front-end menus. Addressed a UI error in file share when selecting an empty tab. Addressed an issue where hosts were able to leave as soon as the game began. Fixed an issue where white boxes were appearing for custom classes and create a class. General gameplay issues fixed were they addressed a case where score streak kills were counting towards specialist kills for challenge completion. Fixed an issue where players could have attachments which should be locked after prestiging weapons. Players are now prevented from spawning at the same spawn point when there are high player counts in free-for-all and gun game. Addressed a case where players were able to spawn in after the match time expired. Search and destroy kill elimination has been changed from 250 XP to 500 XP. Oh, that's a good one. The Cerberus score streak can no longer be destroyed by a friendly teammate's power core score streak. The Mothership score streak will no longer count toward the hard counter challenge. Fixed an issue where players were randomly receiving online error message while in matches or in menus. The specialists have been fixed in this update. General patch notes include specialist weapons and abilities now charge at a reduced rate over time in objective modes. Corrected text descriptions for specialist weapon multi-kills, which unlocks specialist's epic. Outrider, the vision pulse ability recharge speeds has been slightly reduced, so that caught a little nerf. Nomad, fixed an issue with the unlock requirements for the 9th helmet. Rejack ability recharge speed has been slightly increased. Hive trigger radius slightly reduced. The Reaper, the Scythe, has its ammo reduced from 200 bullets to 160. Firebreak, Heatwave ability recharge speed has been slightly increased. And now we're getting into the weapons. There's a lot of buffs and nerfs that we'll be going over. The long shot distance settings updated for each weapon class. Fixed an issue where some damage in shotguns were getting reduced when the long barrel attachment was equipped. Fixed launchers not earning weapon XP for destroying vehicles. Quick draw aim down sight speed bonus for LMGs slightly reduced. Let's get into the submachine guns. The VMP slightly reduced aim down sight. It's increased to match other SMGs. The hip fire spread is slightly increased to match other SMGs. So the VMP looks like it's got 2 nerfs. The Pharaoh close range damage slightly reduced. So the Pharaoh caught a nerf. The Razorback damage range increased. So the Razorback caught a buff. In assault rifles, the KN-44 fixed the ADS view for the iron sights when the clan tag or kill counter is attached to the weapon after prestiging it. XR2 hip fire spread increased to match other assault rifles, and minor tweak to the fire rate. It doesn't state whether it is a faster fire rate or slower fire rate. I am thinking it's probably a slower fire rate for the XR2. HVK 30 increased ability to control recoil. The ICR-1 fixed an animation issue when the weapon had the Varix 3 optic and a suppressor attached. The M8A7 caught a buff where the fire rate is increased, and it also fixed an issue with the iron sights when the kill counter and clan tags were attached. The shotguns, the KRM increased lethal range, so that caught a buff. The Haymaker 12 fire rate and damage range slightly reduced, so the Haymaker caught a nerf. The Argus, ADS time increased, close range damage increased. So that one caught a nerf and a buff. The light machine guns, the BRM, ADS speed slightly reduced. The Dingo, increased ability to control recoil. So that one caught the Dingo was already a really good gun, and it caught a slight buff. The Gorgon, this one got a few things added to it. Clip size reduced from 50 to 40 bullets. Aims down sights has been slowed down. No longer deals extra damage to vehicles without FMJ. Increased recoil. Increased hip fire spread. The 48 Dredge, fixed magazine count on extended mag. This was previously ending on 1 bullet, then playing a 6-round burst audio when the last bullet was fired. Slightly increased the aim down sight time. Pistols, the LCAR 9 close damage range slightly reduced. The thermite grenade damage rate reduced, now takes longer to be killed by thermite. Arena, players now prevented from joining a post-match lobby. All banned items are now correctly being restricted while in-game. Challenges, addressed issues with hard counter, actionable intel, anti-up, fast earner, bypass security, hard counter, destroyer, defender, assault, steady aim, and focus challenges. They should now unlock and track progress correctly. Medals. Medals will be displayed in their respective sorted category in the medals section of the barracks. Fixed an issue for the tag and bag, surprise attack, GI unit kill, and silent killer medals not populating in the barracks. Fixed issues with the you're done and shut down medals. These will now be awarded correctly. The secure point medals displayed in the medals section has been removed. Exodus. Fixed an exploit where players were able to mantle into an unintended area of one of the buildings. In Fringe, they fixed an issue where players were able to mantle into an unplayable space in Fringe. They've done a lot of fixes on Nuketown. They addressed an exploit spot involving a wall of one of the buildings. They improved the Cerberus score streaks pathing on the second floor of the houses. Addressed an issue where players were able to stand outside of the map boundaries. Players are no longer able to shoot through a wall on the second floor of one of the buildings. Fixed an exploit where players were able to stand on a ledge under one of the second floor windows. Players can no longer wedge themselves in between a tower and one of the high walls. Fixed an issue with dead player models outside the white fenced areas. The safeguard robot will no longer get stuck outside the north garage when attempting to push toward the north gate. Or the north goal, rather. Fixed 2 exploits where the player could see into spawns as well as shoot players through glass. And then finally, they fixed an issue with max number of bots during free-for-all or team deathmatch. Now we're going to move on to the zombies, which isn't much. They addressed exploits in the Shadows of Evil and Giant maps. Fixed a matchmaking issue where players were able to enter lobbies when they were already full. Addressed various areas where zombies would not path to players. And players will now be rewarded with a Dark Ops calling card when they prestige. And lastly, campaign. There's only 3 things. Players can now equip custom paint jobs in the armory and the campaign safe houses. Players can now use the weapon builder to access gunsmith and paint shop in the campaign safe houses. And they addressed stability issues. Those are all of the patch notes. I will include a link to the full patch notes lists down in the description. If you've found this video useful or helpful in any way, feel free to teabag that like button. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel to get all new updates and new videos. And as always, this has been your boy Brewpoc. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace. I'm out.
It's Brewpocalypz, let me tell you what we cooking up. Games all day, and you know you just can't get enough. The latest and the best, like Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So come along with me, I'll show you how fun it can be. Nah, I know you're gonna enjoy the ride. T-bag that like button and make sure you subscribe. Now keep it locked. Now here's your man Brewpoc.